Hello, let's play a bunch of daily word games. Today's bonus game is Cell Tower. So let's start with tower. If I can. If I can. There we go. All right, I'm going to look at this left word. We're just going to end in E here. I don't really need to fill that out. What do I want? Like an S, an L. You know, I see spend. It doesn't end in E, but that's fine. There's a D and an R and an E on this, right? It's probably DR something something E, but we're not going to guess that yet. Let's try another word that ends in E for the left word. Let's actually end in E this time. How about cav? Okay, both words end in E. Ooh, we're CR, probably something DE, like crude. Nice, got the right word. There's a U in the left word. So we're probably, ooh, where's this U go? Because I was going to say LU, but it doesn't go there. So LU, something like, can't be lunge. Lunge would have been a good guess. Can't put the L in the middle, or I'd do like ULGE, like bulge. But I like U second. LU, something something E. It makes the most sense to me, but I don't see a word. Could we end in UE? I'm not seeing how that works. I'm just gonna guess lunge to see if that's if I'm gonna do a filler, I should do an LU. What should I do? I'm gonna do lucky as a filler. Okay, so the U is second, but the L is actually fourth. How does that work? Like guile? Ooh. Bugle. Bugle's a tough word, actually. All right, a crude bugle. All right, let's do Fibble. There's a lie in each guess. I want to use this FR if I can. Bring in an A, I, or L. How would I use this F, though? You know what? I think I'm going to do gruff. It uses the R in the same spot. It doesn't bring in AIL, but... Ooh, no, graph. No, I can't put the R. See, without the R second, it's a lot harder to use this F, I think. Can I end in RF? I'm just going to give this a little bit more time. Like ARF, blarf. No. Right, you know what? I am going to do R. Yeah, I'm going to do gruff. We'll go from there. Any contradictions? The R and the F are still both yellow. I think I'm going to omit the F at this point. I don't know, am I? I don't know what to do with this F. We can't end in F unless there's two Fs in the word. Can't start. Maybe I could start with F and then just, I don't know, something like forum. That works really well. Okay, now F is gray. So there's a lie between these two Fs and a lie between these two Fs. So there has to be an R in the word, but it doesn't have to be. It actually has to be yellow in this spot. No, does it? No, it doesn't have to be yellow in that spot. I'd like to think maybe can I do an FO word and then just use the R somewhere else? Is that possible? Like, is there a word for that? Like an ER word, maybe? Oh, if I do that, I need the G or the U. What about FOU? And then, I mean, oh. That would be the lie. No, I can't have an F and a U because we can't have both of them lying in forum. I think I just omit the F at this point. I could do an OER word, actually. I just have to include an M. I could do Homer. Oh, wow. Okay, there's a contradiction between these O's now. It's not an ER word. So we still know there's an R, but that's basically all we know. Okay, so what do I do now? Do I continue to do O second, or do I omit the O? I mean, I could just do an RE word with... Can I do renew? Renew actually works. I'm looking for contradictions here. Two yellow E's. So there's definitely an E in the word. Something like reedy, I think, works. Oh, but then Homer doesn't have a lie. Ooh, that's tough. Maybe one of these E's is lying as gray, which would mean that I would need like an E at the end. So start with R, end with E. Our lie is omitting one of these E's here, and I need an H or an M. Or I could do an O second. This is really hard to fulfill. I could do an E in the middle. Still need an HO or M. What if it was RE and then ends in E? I may have to do a filler here. What would I want to do? Tough Fibble today. REE. What if I filler with greedy? All right, I have to turn off hard mode. Okay. There we go. Okay, we have a lie between these two R's, which means this yellow E has to be true, because they can't both be lying. Can they? I used two E's in both, so I think we actually do have... Are we R? And then like... What are we? Could the lie be these two? No, I need a lie for the R. There's two E's, definitely. Renew says there's two E's. Reedy says there's two E's. So if there wasn't two E's, I'd need two of these E's to lie in some way, and then I wouldn't have any lies for the R's. So, and then these can't both be lying to be green. So these are both yellow. There are two E's. And they can't be EE like that. So would it be RE and then end in E? No, I can't do that, because if I do RE, I have to end in Y. So I'd be like this. But then, no, I can't put the E second. Sorry, E does not go second. E probably goes in the middle here. Something... Is R second than F? I'm going to guess freed. I know it's, again, not right, but... What did we learn? Contradiction between these E's now. Oof. I don't know what's happening here. So it can't be EE here. I'm running out of guesses. I really do think that this is our lie. There's just no F in the word. And this is our lie. And then... What else do I know? O second doesn't seem to work, because I also need two E's. So I think that's our lie, and that's not lying. I don't think these E's are lying all the way down. Where do these E's go? Do we start with E somehow? This R wouldn't be lying. One of these R's is lying. One of these E's is lying, meaning there's no D in the word. Good to know. So the lie is the R, E, or Y. Probably the Y. But if it was the R, then we'd have to have R, something E, something Y, and we need another E. It would have to be here. That's just not a word. So I think this Y is lying, which means this E is lying, which means these aren't telling the truth. We have an N or a W in the word. So if this wasn't lying, we'd have an R here, we'd have an E here. We need another E, which would have to go at the end. We need an N, which can't go after the R, or a W. This isn't a word. So is this R also lying? Maybe we end in R. That would allow us to do this. So we need this E. We need an R at the end. We need another E, not fourth, not second. So it would be E, something R. And we just have to fill in new letters at this point. That's not a word, though. I'm going to guess every. Another filler. I think that's true. Evert? Like you evert your eyes? No, it was there. Oh. Oh, E at the end was possible, yeah. This H was lying then. Wait. This H was lying. Okay. That was really hard. I'm sad that I didn't get it. Did I check evert that it would work? I think it did, but I'm not sure. Okay. Well, let's move on. We'll do Betweenle. We'll start with there. 4.9% away from the beginning. It makes me think we're still in the late A's. So like, what would be like Azure? All right, that's too late in the A's, but we do start with A, so that's good to know. Avast. It's a fun word. All right, got to go a little earlier. AU maybe? Like, what's an AU word? I can't think of one. There's got to be. How about awful? Can I do AW? No, I can't do W. AT? Attic? Okay, so it's not AU. I don't have to think of an AU. I think it is AT, just a little bit earlier. Atone? Still can't get anything to go up. So it's almost certainly AT, but AT what? ATI? Or are we still ATO? Like an atoll? I'm not going far enough. A toad. Okay, ATN doesn't make sense. ATM. ATL. Atlas. Not going far enough. Maybe it's not AT. Is it AS? Assure? It's not a word? Oh. I want to late AS. ASU I don't think is... Maybe ASS? Like asset? Oh, asset was right. Okay. I never got a word to go up. I just sort of narrowed it down from the top. Okay. Let's move on. Word 500. I'll start with asset. Double letter. Oh, it's all red. Perfect. Okay. What do I want to do here? I want the R, L, N, some kind of vowel, obviously. Can't use the E or A. How about something like blind? 2 yellows and blind. Ugh, yellows. Okay. What? I think I could ignore the B and D for now. Just choose the common letters. I'd like the I. I'd like to continue using the I. So maybe something like an IN word. Pinky. 1 green, 2 yellows. What if the Y was green? Where would I put the... It would have to be like in something Y, which I don't think is a thing. Inlay, but that would use L-I and N. I don't know. Did I get the I placed maybe? And then we wouldn't have a Y because Y's like to be at the end. And then N continuing to be yellow. No L. And then P or K as yellow. What do I want to do here? Like NI? Like, okay, I could end in CK with a yellow K there. But I don't know how that I would work in that case. I can't think of a good word here. I'm going to guess picky as a filler. It has one letter off from pinky, and it has the same result. So let's reset this. Maybe Y is at the end. Maybe I got yellow I here, or see, I'm thinking N and C are going to be red. So maybe the L is supposed to be in here with the I. Then I'm starting with I. I've got an L somewhere. I need a P or a K. Like, what are the chances that both N and C are yellow? Okay, I'm gonna guess perky as well. So I lost the I, and so yeah, I think we don't have the. We know we don't have the E, right? And now I lost the I, and that lines up. So we have no N or C. Does that help me? I'm not sure perky did the job it was supposed to. Because I could still have the N and the C. I could guess snacks. I'm running out of guesses here. This is not working out. If I guess pinks, I'll know if there's a Y, and I think I'm just going to go from there. 2 yellows. Okay, so there is a Y at the end, because we know there's no S. So between pinky and pinks, we lost a green. The only letter we lost was the Y. So there is a green Y. What else did we learn? 2 yellows in pink, in pinky and pink makes sense. These are the 2 yellows that match up between these. So we didn't learn more about that. But if we have the I, where is it going? Because we don't have an IY word. So what if I omit the I? What does that tell me? 2 yellows and blind. I'm not going to assume there's no B or D at this point. 1 yellow and perky tells me that only one of P and K is in. And if only one of P and K is in, there has to be an N. So there is an N, yellow, yellow, yellow. One of PK is in, which means that is the yellow for perky. So no E or R. We knew there wasn't an E. Now we know there's not an R. So if there's not an R, we know one of PK is in, but only one of PK is in, means there has to be a C. So I did hit that N and C both being yellow. That's why that seemed wrong. So we have a C, an N, ends in Y. I'm assuming there's no I. That is an assumption that there's no I. Vowel, I still have O and U. N has to be near the start. I need an L, B, or D. Does this work? So we'd have all of our letters. We'd have we end in Y, right? Let me just write them out. We'd have an N, a C. We'd have, I'm just going to use a holder. I'm going to use the L as the holder for here. We'd have the L. We'd have a P or K. I'll use a P, and then Y. That doesn't have any vowels. So I have to use the I. Okay, so we're going to reset. We know there's a Y in the word. And we know that these I's are yellow all the way down. Okay, so now from here, we know only one of P and K is in. So only at most one of P and K is in. Sorry, one of P and K is in, which means at most one of PK is in. That's still at most. We could have a C and an R and an N all the way down. So let's look at that. N, C, and R all the way down. No BL, no PK. 2 yellows and a green, 2 yellows and a green, yellow, green. This is technically possible. We'd have to probably start with in, and then we'd end in CY. I don't think that's a word. The I mean, I just don't think there's an IY word. So we're not IY. So I goes at the start. We need an R also. Hold on. So we have I, R, and CY, but I would have to be at the start. Yeah, that doesn't work either. So we know we have this Y. We know this I has to be in, and it's yellow the whole time. And then we can't have, we have to have one of PK. So we have no N, no C, no R. So we have one of BLD. I'll use an L as a placeholder for that. So I goes first, and then we have one of BLD. I'll use an L as a placeholder. I'm not placing these right now. And then one of PK, and we end in Y. I don't know what's going on here. I could guess mound and hope that it's all red. Well, we'd probably actually end up with an O or a U in the word. We need an O or a U in the word. So I'm guessing an LY is going on here. I could guess apply. I don't know if that helps. I'd hope for some greens. I think this is proven. This coloring, I don't know, maybe I missed a case, but wow, Word 500 has been so hard for me. I even tried like not doing hard mode, but trying to get this finished. All right, I am gonna guess apply and see if it's three greens. So I think I got the L and the Y right, and then one of these P's. So I think that's our coloring. You know, there's no A. So is it like, oh, it's imply. At least I solved it, unlike the Fibble. All right. Imply, so there was only one vowel. Okay, other than the Y. All right, let's continue. Polygonle. Let's see if we end in ing here. Like snipping, but we can't quite do snipping. We could do, is snicking a word? Snicking is accepted. It's not an ing. So we have an S and an I. The I does not repeat. All right, I don't know that we have enough here. We could end in S. Doesn't really help, does it? I think I'm gonna need a filler here. I think robustly is good. Didn't learn a whole lot from that. Maybe R second, we end in S, the I goes somewhere. Not the repeat, so the I is somewhere in here. Maybe like an ERS. AI. Like drapers. I think I'm gonna guess drainers as a filler. Okay, so I'm right about a lot of this. It is ERS. Oh, I needed to put an E there. Okay, and this is I. Okay, so we're just this. I didn't realize that, this E repeating. I should have filled that out. Oh well. What is this? Like a V, Reviers, Repiers, Remiers. Is it Fre or Premiers? Premiers. I was pronouncing it wrong. Oh, tough word. All right. Let's do the mini. Stash again? Nothing from stash. Okay. Could this be an R? I don't see how. L? It's so hard to think of these sometimes. How about an E? Maybe like an ER word. Elder. Okay, it is an E. Does it end in EL? Like impel? That's impel. The L could go here. I don't know what goes at the end, not an S or a D. No, I like the L at the end better. What is it though? Enkel? Engel. Okay, I'm gonna look at the L here again. What would go here? Euler. Doesn't accept it. Proper name. I don't know what to end with if the L's here. Like a P, a C? W? Why is this so hard? I have so many open letters, and probably the only one word left is the issue. As I'm gonna guess Elfin as kind of a hard mode filler. Oh, Elfin is with an I. Darn it. Can't even do Elfin. I wish Impel was accepted. It flew. It flew. No. Can I have another vowel somehow? IEL? OEL? UEL? Equal. Shoot. Could we do LEY? Epley, Emily? I can't think of a word. I'm gonna have to turn off expert, and I'm gonna guess angel. I turned off expert. Okay, we'll turn it off again. Angel. Okay, so EEL is true. I'm gonna do a pure filler to see what letters we can get out of this. Surely I can just use 5 new letters. Think about ending in like CK or something. Like, or maybe like an OU word. I don't know. I can't like build one without using grays. Maybe like come on, come up with something. I doubt we have another vowel. I want a P. I don't know what else I want, but I want a P. It feels like there should be a P in this word. Maybe I can do M and P. Fine, I'll just do chump. There is a P in the word. Oh, expel. Why didn't I think of that when I was thinking there should be a P in the word? I don't know. The way my brain works sometimes. All right, let's move on to Symble. Starting with oh no, we're starting with blaze. Always in Symble. Expel wouldn't be bad though. Maybe we end in E. We'll test that with arouse. We do end in E today, just we didn't get any other letters. We could repeat the E, otherwise we'd have an I somewhere. Something like chive. All right, it is an IE word. How are we filling out the rest? I probably need another E then. Maybe it's like E something I something E. Or it could be I. I'm not seeing it. I just don't see how to do two consonants next to each other anymore. Maybe TW. Twine. Interesting. So our second letter is a T or an N. I don't know which one I like. T or an N there. What goes before it? It's going to be an I or an E. So maybe it's like in I something. What does that? How have the words been so hard today? Maybe it's me. Or is it NI something? Can't do SN or ST. I can't think of it. Can it be a GN? Or K? Oh, it's night. No, it's not night. Knife. KN. There we go. I didn't think about KN. I was considering double letters at the front. Cool. Well, I got there eventually. Knife. All right. Let's play Fusele. We have to repeat a letter in our first guess. We can't do knife. What should I do then? How about stash? Okay, we start with S. Here we're going to get Symble-like coloring. The clues will be like Symble. How about just sound? All right, we start with S, N, and D. Nothing special there. We're going to get a lie in this one. We're kind of running out of letters here. Could we be an ED word? Like, I can't think of it. Maybe an SL, like can't end in ND. What are we ending in? Is slide a word? No. Spied is a word. We could do spied. Oh wow, spied was the answer. Okay. Finally a good game. All right. Let's do Cell Tower for November 14th. So the way this game works is we're drawing these blobs. It's a word search, but we draw these blobs and they're read left to right. So like this would be read as AFAOLB. We could even do something like this, AFAMLI. And we need to make words, but each letter is part of exactly one word. And there's only one way to complete the grid. So we have to be careful. Just because we found a word doesn't mean it's correct. It needs to work with all the stuff around it. So like I see fault here, but we need to make sure that this AMO can be used in something. And I'm not sure that it can be. So I like to start in this top left corner. I do see this U though. Sorry, this Q, which has to use the U, which means it's got to use the I as well, because we can't just do QU diagonally. We have to link it up with this I. And now we get QUI. Now we could be AQU. That's actually pretty common. Acquire is not a word. Oh, it needs the C. Right. I think this is acquire. It could be acquires, though. We need 4 to 8 letters. So this could be 7 or 8 letters. I don't know if it's acquire or acquires. I see messy, though. But we could do messy with this S. So if we did acquires, this messy works. If we don't do acquires, that would be MS. All right, I like this acquires, and then I like messy. And we can always backtrack, but it when you lock something in, it tends to make my brain think that that's correct, and then I have trouble thinking that I should undo it. This is probably SPR something? What would it be? Sprig. Spread. Just spread down like this. That works. Maybe we are fault. What would we do here? Amu. Oh, amount. Yeah, fault and amount. I don't think we're doing anything after amount. Okay. Big. Big is too short. This is going well or horribly, depending on whether I lock these in right. We also know the bottom right letter ends a word. That can always be helpful. Like, I feel like INGE is a pretty good ending. Or INGE this way. We might have to hold off on that. So what's this B doing? We know the B starts a word, if all this is correct. Big or bot? Maybe both is a word. Thinking it might need to be longer though. Oh, this would be ignores. So we could do both in ignores. That's fine. It could be ignore. We could use this S, but usually they take the ending. Usually, not always. This is like fill. I see bulk. Or is this fill? No. Fill. No. What was I thinking of? I was thinking maybe this F was used, but I don't see how that would work. I'm gonna fill. I'm gonna use fill for now. I see bulk. What's this W doing? Like WRI, like right? I don't think we can do writer or writes or writing. Okay, I'm gonna add right. We have folk. This is a lot of 4-letter words. Bulk. I see further. And then like became. I think it would have to be. Folk. Something's wrong though, right? This LR. I wonder if we're supposed to use this R for further. This gives us a little more room. Rewrite and living. Hey, I finished with only one mistake. Nice, I used the wrong letter. So I had the correct word, but I used the wrong R for further. Wow, okay, that went really smoothly. Cool, well, how'd you do? And those are the games for today. Hope you enjoyed them. If you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.